Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Ray, and today I'm going to be doing an Aries. We're entering Aries season, so it's all about my Aries out there. What for those of you that are out there. So I'm going to be doing a reading for you. This is going to be for the entire Aries season, and we're going to see what's in store for you this season, Aries. It's so exciting. They are a fire sign. If you're not familiar, I have a lot of friends that are Aries. They have a very hard work ethic. They tend to be very driven, but also, they go through some temper things, dealing with different various emotions and whatnot. So we're just going to get into it. So I hope that you have your tea, you have your popcorn, your snacks, whatever, and let's get into it, Aries. So I usually do these with like my tarot cards on a table, and you can see the cards, but I wanted to show my face today. So yeah, I did this. I beat my own face. So I'm pretty proud of it. So, okay. First card for you guys is the Knight of Swords. I feel like a lot of you, when we talk about the swords, it's about mental energy, thoughts. And I feel like a lot of you are chasing things during this season if you're an Aries. I feel like you're gravitating towards maybe opportunities. You could be also in a relationship or a situationship where maybe the other person is not necessarily reciprocating what you are desiring from them. And so what you're doing is essentially waiting on that next text message. And then maybe you're like driving yourself crazy, wanting to go to their place and just show up unexpectedly or call them unexpectedly to see what you kind of find. Because I feel like your thoughts are everywhere during this Aries season. You're going to have to be patient. The Temperance card came out. For me, that symbolizes a lot of divine patience, but also a symbolism that you have your angelic realm around you, that they are paying attention to you. They're paying attention to what's going on in your life. Very, very important. The Ten of Cups comes up. So in this reading, the Ten of Cups for me symbolizes what you want ultimately for this next year for all of you Aries. You are looking for establishing firm foundations, having some stability in your finances, but also if you've been single, finding a partner that makes you happy, having a significant other. Family at the end of the day is the most important to you, and having those quality moments. But a lot of you, like I said, are essentially workaholics if you are an Aries. So again, it's going to be very important that you balance everything, right? Again, so balance everything in tandem. Next card we have here is Judgment card. So a lot of you could be going through strong emotions, like I said, this Aries season and this new year, as you know, because we're starting the Aries season, so that's for the whole year. Basically, what I feel like is like a lot of you are dealing with other people maybe judging you. You could be judging other people harshly. There's a lot of self-criticism, and Spirit wants you to let that go. They want you to kind of stop beating yourself up. Remember this when I say that a lot of people tend to see themselves differently than how the outside world sees you. So it's a lot different than what the outside world sees you. We tend to see ourselves in a different manner, in a different way, and sometimes we psych ourselves out. A lot of communication going on this Aries season, so I feel like a lot of you are going to be busy with socializing, maybe going out with a group of friends. Yeah, just so much going on, so much interesting activity around you guys this season. I also get here the Six of Cups. So a lot of you are holding on to distant memories, maybe past loved ones that have passed, and now you're trying to like you maybe are feeling them a lot closer to you. Some of you could actually be just thinking a lot about people from the past, your childhood in particular as well. There's something about that. The Ten of Swords tells me a lot of you are feeling stronger emotions. Like I said, your emotions are going to fluctuate. A lot of you are going to be happy. Some of you are going to be sad. Essentially, there is this change in the dynamic of your life, your daily life and your function. Some of you this may prompt you to kind of have an ending because you feel very trapped. The Eight of Swords comes up. So it's like you're looking at your life and you're looking at your reflection, and you don't necessarily like what you see. You may be feeling like things are just not working the way you are, but the World card comes up. So for me, that's a promise. You are in this Aries season, you are completing a cycle. You are essentially completing a cycle and you're moving ahead. Wow, look at this. The Lover's cards come up. The Lover's card. So a lot of you, if this Aries season you've been wanting, there's going to be, if you've been wanting or searching for a soulmate or a partner, this is your opportunity. I feel like there is so much passion. There's so much, sexual desires, etc., that surround you. And the Queen of Swords tells me is that you're going to conquer this. Like, you're going to overcome any obstacles that are in your path this Aries season. So for a lot of you, it's like you're not too worried about it. You're kind of more chilled back, and that may scare people. It may scare your enemies. It may scare the people that are trying to bring you down, because I feel like essentially what is happening is that you are kind of like contemplating your next move and you're staying quiet about it. And that's a good thing, because you don't need to let everybody in the world know your personal business, because when you move quietly, you get things done and other people can't mess it up for you. The Knight of Wands tells me again that there's a lot of creativity, a lot of fiery passion about you creating. You're going to find your wild side kind of like emerging, your fun side. What I mean by that is that I feel like it's something very new. Again, passion all around you, not just love life, but your creative onsets, your career, where you're going, the direction you're going. A lot of you are very expressive, and you express yourself, if you're an Aries, through maybe music, maybe through your work, through your friendships. And the Ace of Cups, like I said, I can't make this up, is all about love this season for you, Aries. So if you have been, searching for somebody, it's on its way. It's on its way this year in particular. Four of Swords tells me there's a period of where you may go through like a drought, essentially, where you're resting, or things are a little slow in maybe your career or in your family life, or maybe you're waiting to hear from a certain program or something that you've applied for and you're not getting the responses back. And this is kind of lingers for the next, I would say, the next 3 weeks from this reading, because we're entering Aries season. But your focus is on your finances, and you are moving ahead in many directions, whether it's like your personal love life, if it's your career, it's your living space, if you're wanting to move. All of this is possible this year. And again, the Death card comes up, which signifies for me a rebirth, essentially. Remember, the World card came up in this reading as well, which is not anything, it's not shocking to me. Because you are, like, when the World card comes up for me, that symbolizes like a completion of a cycle, but also a granted wish from the universe, saying that, the divine is helping you. The divine is aware of everything else. So now I'm going to use the Queen of the Moon Oracle cards. And we're going to pull up your oracle cards if you are an Aries, and we're going to see exactly like what messages do the oracle cards, because it's interesting. The oracle cards tend to have like a different messaging messages for people than the tarot cards. Tarot cards have many different interpretations. Sometimes for me, I find that oracle cards give you more of a general message that is for the collective. And so I'm going to pull a couple of cards for you guys. So we're going to get to that. And then we're, when I do these readings, I try not to make them too long, because a lot of people don't like to listen to a very lengthy, drawn out 30-minute reading or 50-minute reading or an hour reading. So I try to keep it pretty short, but to the point, where I get everything across. I work that way. All right, the first card we got here for you is the Thunder Moon, which is change. Like I said, change is coming, so don't worry. It's going to feel chaotic this season for Aries, but there are messengers. Look at the birds. That's spirit. That's angels. A lot of communication, a lot of divine guidance going on. Sometimes when it feels thunderous or it feels almost like chaotic in the world that you're in, it's shaking you up for the better. There's going to be, with this card, action, a lot of action. Like I said, creativity. You are given a new sense of renewal. You're feeling a new sense of renewal within yourself, within the depths of your soul. A lot of Archangel Metatron as well. I feel like for those of you that are an Aries, you should work with the Merkaba symbolism or sacred geometry when you are meditating, or maybe draw up a Merkaba, and you can put like a candle in the middle of that Merkaba, sitting on top of the Merkaba on that paper, because that is going to attract the higher realms and angelic. For some reason, I got the message for you guys, selenite as well. So work with selenite this Aries season if you are an Aries. Then we have here gratitude. Make sure that everything that you do, and that you are grateful for every step that you take, because that helps open up doors and accelerates the manifestation of what you are wanting. Being in a state of gratefulness, appreciating your elders, appreciating your parents. If you don't have a good relationship with someone in your family, try to use this moment of this Aries season to make amends as well, because I know that for a lot of Aries, this is a very difficult and a very touchy subject. I have a lot of Aries friends who've had issues within their family or friends, that they were betrayed or they felt a certain type of way. And again, it's very hard to let go of those wounds because it creates trauma. It creates a lot of different spiritual scars, right? But essentially for us, I'm not an Aries, but for those of you that are listening, and I say us collectively, it's very important, and this doesn't just have, if you have an Aries anywhere in your chart, maybe your rising or your moon is an Aries, this reading would be for you too, right? Because somewhere in your chart, there may be some kind of Aries connection, but I do feel intuitively for you guys, the message here is to not take anyone for granted, because for you, it's going to be a purification of your soul. It's going to be a release by forgiving or making amends with whoever you need to. And you may not realize how impacting this is going to be for you guys, but it really is at the end of the day. The next card I got for you is resistance. A lot of you are resisting change. You are going against the grain. You're holding on for dear life. You are not wanting to let go. And sometimes when we resist, it makes things a lot difficult and more harder for us. Again, you're very stubborn. If you're an Aries, you know that I'm telling you the truth. I am preaching right now. You are stubborn. A lot of Aries are super stubborn. So it's going to require you to step outside of the box, to be very, very patient, but also, again, acknowledge if there's anything within yourself that you need to change. And I'm not perfect. I'm a Gemini with a Cancer moon rising. There's other people out there that are different signs than me, right? But none of us are perfect, essentially, and that's what I'm trying to explain and get at. This is not a personal jab if you're an Aries, or if you have any Aries in your chart. This is basically me telling you, as a psychic medium, as your psychic medium, as psychic medium Ray, my ray of light out there that are Aries, basically stop resisting the change. Stop resisting the divine from helping you, because I know a lot of you are very independent. You want to do things by yourself. You don't want help. You don't want to ask for help, and that is pride. And essentially, pride is not a good thing, because it is the downfall of a lot of people, because it's rooted in a lower vibration and ego. So step outside of the ego in order to step into a state of grace and gratitude, okay? And then the last thing here for the last message is beginnings. New beginnings for you guys. I've said it. Remember the death card, which is a rebirth? This is a portal to the other side as well. Like I said, your intuition, your spiritual gifts are going to be on fleek. They are going to be on point. They are going to be so great this Aries season. You're going to get downloads of information. You're going to start being like, oh my God, is this really happening? Yes, it is really, really happening for you. So this is the time for you to start writing things down, digging deep within your soul, making those, scheduling those readings, those healings that you're needing, if not with me, with somebody else, but get the healing that you need. Get the spiritual insight that you need. This is the time for you to also trust your dreams. Trust your intuition. Trust anything and everything under the sun that is coming towards you, or that is coming in the form of thoughts, feelings, dreams. This is the time, okay? So I love you guys. I send you big angel hugs. I'm going to be posting this, or at least attempting to post this, on Instagram as well, if it allows me. But if it doesn't, it will be on my YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray, and also be sure to, if you want to book a private reading, go to my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/readings. My turnaround time right now is 2 to 4 weeks at the earliest, 5 to 8 weeks at the latest for an email reading. My chat readings are like 3 to 4 months scheduled out, and the chat readings are basically like text messaging back and forth. Okay, so I may be introducing very, very soon, this is just an announcement, virtual readings, meaning like Zoom readings. So I may be doing video readings soon. I'm not sure on it, but I'm thinking about it. All right, guys, I love you so much. Until next time, bye.